everyone, welcome back. Here's another episode of Mass Effect, and today I will be exploring some planets and see where they take me. So anyways, I'm just gonna dive into the video and let's go. Alright, I'm back for Mass Effect. Okay, let's see if Liara is on the ship. She's probably in here. Or not.
Yes, Commander? Is there something you need?
No. I should go.
Goodbye, Commander.
Did he say anything else, really?
Anything you need, Commander?
Just trying to get a sense of where the crew's at. Thoughts?
Is this an official evaluation, Commander? Or off the record?
Alenko, when it's just you and me, you can consider it off the record.
That's a generous attitude. Okay. I think there's something wrong with all this. This Saren is looking for records on some kind of galactic extinction, but we can't get backup from the Council? Sorry, Commander. There's writing on the wall here, but someone isn't reading it.
The Council doesn't want to believe anything's wrong. I'd call it human nature, but...
I hear you. It just seems like a group that's been around as long as the Council should see this coming. Sorry if I got too informal. Protocol wasn't a big focus back in Bot.
Tell me about it.
Biotic acclimation and temperance didn't last past the airlock. To the kids they hauled in, it was brain camp. Sorry, hauled in is unkind. We were encouraged to commit to an evaluation of our abilities so an understanding of biotics could be compiled. There are worse results of accidental exposure to element 0 in a womb. Beats the brain tumors some kids grew up with.
Is there some question about how you were exposed?
My mother was downwind of a transport crash. It was before there were human biotics, a little after the discovery of the Martian ruins. It only gets iffy around 63 when Kinetics was running out of first-gen subjects. Until then, they'd relied on accidentals. A bunch of guys in suits show up at your door after school, and next thing you know, you're out on Jump Zero.
Jump Zero is a long way from home. What was it like?
The grand gateway to humanity looks a lot better in the vids. But that's my own baggage, Commander. No bearing on this.
Alenko, there's no regulation that says you can't be friends with your commander.
I appreciate that, Commander. I just don't want you to think that I'm a whiner. Besides, I've got my past squared away. Anything you need, Commander?
What's your opinion on the last mission?
Dr. Tassoni. Seems like a sweet girl. Easy on the eyes. I mean, if you like the bookish sort.
Any intentions there, Lieutenant?
No, Commander. Just art appreciation.
We'll talk another time, Lieutenant.
Commander?
If he has something new to say, that means others have new to say too. So I'm gonna go have a word with some people. What's in here? Nothing.
Looking for supplies?
Okay, use supplies, maybe later.
Not right now, thanks.
No problem. Keep checking back.
Commander, how are you?
Why did you want to be a CSEC officer in the first place?
That's a good question. There were several reasons, I guess.
Like what?
Probably the same as most officers. I wanted to fight injustice, wanted to help people. I guess my father had something to do with it too. He was CSEC, one of the best. I grew up hearing about his accomplishments or seeing his picture on the vids after a big arrest. He's taking my resignation pretty hard.
That's tough, but you'd think he'd be impressed you're going after Saren.
My father's a CSEC man to the bone. Do things right or don't do them at all, he says. He thinks I'm being too rash, too impatient. He's worried I'll become just like Saren. He actually talked me out of becoming a Spectre when I was younger, for the same reasons.
You were asked to be a Spectre?
Well, I was targeted as a possible Spectre candidate. Me and about 1,000 other Turian military recruits. I could have received special training, but my father didn't like it. He despises the Spectres. He hates the idea of someone having unlimited power with no accountability. He wouldn't like you, Commander. No offense.
I suppose I can understand his concern.
You can. But Saren's not going to play by our rules, CSEC's rules. If you want to nail Saren, you need to send someone who isn't restricted by policies and procedures.
Just because you can break the rules doesn't mean you should. I don't need to stoop to Saren's level to stop him. And neither do you, Garrus.
I see what you mean, but I'll think about it. Thanks, Commander.
Commander, you have a minute to talk?
I keep an open door policy. If you have any concerns, lay them on me.
All right. I know things are different aboard the Normandy, but I'm concerned about the aliens, Vicarian and Rex. With all due respect, Commander, should they have full access to the ship?
They may not serve the Alliance, Chief, but they're allies. At least as far as Saren goes.
This is the most advanced ship in the Alliance Navy. I don't think we should give them free rein to poke around the vital systems. Engines, sensors, weapons.
You don't trust the Alliance's allies?
I'm not sure I'd call the Council races allies. We, humanity, have to learn to rely on ourselves.
Standing up for ourselves doesn't mean standing alone.
I don't think we should turn down allies. I just think we shouldn't bet everything on them staying allies. As noble as the council members seem now, if their backs are against the wall, they'll abandon us.
You've got a pessimistic view of the universe, Williams.
A pessimist is what an optimist calls a realist. Look, if you're fighting a bear and the only way for you to survive is to sick your dog on it and run, you'll do it. As much as you love your dog, it isn't human. It's not racism, not really. Members of their species will always be more important to them than humans are.
These seem like deeply held beliefs, Williams. What made you think this way?
My family's defended the Alliance since it was founded. My father, grandfather, great-grandmother, they all picked up a rifle and swore the oath of service. I guess we just tend to think of Earth's interests as our own.
All right. I can see where your concerns are coming from, Williams. But this is a multilateral mission. You're going to have to work with aliens, like it or not.
It won't be a problem, Commander. You say jump, I say how high. You tell me to kiss a Turian, I'll ask which cheek.
I don't think kissing Turians will be necessary.
You never know, Commander.
What's your opinion on the last mission?
Not sure I buy Dr. Tassoni's story about her and her mom not talking. They're family, right?
I think she's being straight with us. Or at least, I don't think she lies very often.
Yeah, she's probably really bad at it. Too bad those ruins got destroyed. They lasted thousands of years. That's impressive.
A I'll ask this question again. If she says the same thing, well, I'm just gonna back out.
What's your opinion on the last mission?
Not sure I buy Dr. Tassoni's story about her.
I think she's being straight.
Yeah. Too bad those ruins got destroyed.
Yeah,
I mean, they
goodbye.
lasted thousands of years. That's impressive.
We'll talk later, Williams.
Looking forward to it, sir.
So, we've got Saren on the run.
It won't be long now. Saren's good, but I'm better.
Good. He's rotten. To the core. I could tell as soon as I met him.
Why didn't you tell me this sooner?
I would have if I thought it was important.
I'll decide what's important. Now tell me how you know Saren.
This was a while ago. A bunch of mercs were bragging about a job out near the edges of the Terminus systems. They said it paid well and the boss was never around to ride them. They said he was looking for more men, too. So I checked it out.
I didn't know Saren was openly recruiting mercs.
It wasn't that open, and he only showed his face once. We'd been raiding ships in the area for months when we took out this massive cargo freighter. Our biggest haul yet. I was on board checking bodies for valuables, looking for some extra credits. That's when I saw him.
What did Saren want with the ship?
I don't know what he wanted. He was just moving through the ship, watching. A couple of the mercs called him by name, but he never spoke to them. Never spoke to anyone. I had a really bad feeling about him, so I got the hell out. Didn't even wait to get paid.
That's the only time you saw him?
Yeah. Didn't even know who he was. Still wouldn't if I hadn't joined up with you. But my instincts were right. Every other merc on that mission turned up dead within a week. Every damn one.
So long, Rex.
Shepard.
That's it.
Oh, hello, Shepard.
Are you okay?
I don't know. Your ship is amazing, and your crew's been really great to me, especially your chief engineer. But I just sort of feel out of place. The Normandy runs so smooth it feels like we're not even moving, and the engines are so quiet. How do you sleep at night?
You'll get used to it.
But it's more than just the silence. This ship feels so empty. It's like half the crew is missing. Back home, I couldn't wait to go on my pilgrimage. I couldn't wait to get away from the crowds. Now that I'm out here, I kind of miss them.
Sounds like the pilgrimage isn't just about finding resources for the fleet. Maybe it's about teaching you to appreciate your people and culture.
You're probably right. We Quarians spend our whole lives traveling. But really, we never leave home. The pilgrimage has given me a whole new perspective on our culture. You know, there's always a few who go on their pilgrimages and never return. I always assumed something bad happened to them. But maybe they just wanted a different life.
You do plan to return to the migrant fleet, right?
I could never abandon my people, Shepard. I will go back eventually. But we have to stop Saren first. Otherwise, I might not have a home to go back to.
Did she say anything new? Ah, alright.
I should go.
See you later.
Something I can do for you, Commander.
You got nothing new to say.
Carry on, Adams.
Aye, aye, Commander.
Okay, is Liara still in sight somewhere? Oh, she's right here.
Commander, are you coming to check up on me?
You look much better. How are you feeling?
Dr. Chakwas assures me I am going to be fine. I was impressed with her knowledge of Asari physiology.
You're in good hands. Dr. Chakwas knows what she's doing.
I never properly thanked you for saving me from the Geth, Commander. If you hadn't shown up,
I'm just glad we got there in time.
So am I. I know you took a chance bringing me aboard this ship. I have seen the way your crew looks at me. They do not trust me. But I am not like Benezia. I will do whatever I can to help you stop Saren. I promise.
Don't worry, Liara. I trust you. I know you won't let me down.
It means a lot to hear you say that, Commander. Thank you.
Tell me about yourself, Liara.
Me? I am afraid I am not very interesting, Commander. I spend most of my time on remote digs, unearthing mundane items buried in long-forgotten Prothean ruins.
You must enjoy something about it.
I love my work. Seeking out history's lost secrets has a special appeal for me. You were actually touched by working Prothean technology. That is why I find you so fascinating, Commander.
Sounds like you want to dissect me in a lab somewhere.
What? No, I did not mean to insinuate. I never meant to offend you, Shepard. I only meant that you would be an interesting specimen for an in-depth study. No, that's even worse.
Calm down, Liara. I was only joking.
Joking? Oh, by the goddess, how could I be so dense? You must think I am a complete and utter fool. Now you know why I prefer to spend my time in the field with data disks and computers. I always seem to say something embarrassing around other people. Please, just pretend this conversation never happened.
Do you know why Benezia joined up with Saren?
I don't understand it. She was always outspoken about the need for the Asari to become more involved in shaping galactic events. Maybe she thought allying herself with Saren would somehow be for the greater good in the long run. At least I hope so.
This hurts you, doesn't it?
None of this makes any sense to me. I have not spoken to Benezia in many years, but I know her, and this was not like her. Something changed.
I'd like to know more about the Asari.
We were the first species to discover the Citadel. We were instrumental in forming the Council, and we always strive to be the voice of peaceful cooperation in galactic disputes. My people believe we are all part of a single galactic community. Each species contributes something to the greater whole. Although we seek to understand other species, it seems few of them seek to understand us. The galaxy is filled with rumors and misinformation about my people.
Like what?
Most of the inaccuracies are centered around our mating rituals. My species is monogendered, male and female, have no real meaning for us. We still require a partner to reproduce. This second parent, however, may be of any species and any gender.
I don't understand. Your species can mate with anyone?
Mating is not quite the proper term, not as you understand it. Physical contact may or may not be involved, but it is not an essential element of the union. The true connection is mental. Our physiology allows us to meld with other beings. We can touch the very depths of their minds. We explore the genetic memory of their species. We share the most basic elements of their individual and racial identities. We then pass these traits on to our daughters. It is how we learn to grow as a species and how we develop a greater understanding of other races.
What happens to your partner after the union?
Every relationship is different. Some unions are a single encounter with both parents parting ways afterwards. Others can be more long-term. Sometimes an Asari and her partner will stay together for many decades.
Do you know who Matriarch Benezia chose as her partner?
She rarely spoke of her partner. Though I know my father, if you want to use that term, was another Asari.
I thought you always needed another species to serve as one of the parents.
Think about it, Shepard. If we were not able to mate with our own species, we would have died out long before we ever mastered spaceflight and left our homeworld. Union with our own kind is no longer common, not for the purposes of reproduction. Most Asari believe it weakens our species. Asari daughters inherit racial traits from the father species. If both parents are Asari, then nothing has been gained, or so conventional wisdom would hold. I am what is sometimes called a pureblood. Though no Asari would ever be cruel enough to say the word to my face, it is a great insult among my people. It is possible Benezia's partner was embarrassed by their union. She may have been too ashamed to publicly acknowledge me as her offspring.
How could anyone abandon their own child?
I cannot answer that. This is all speculation on my part. It is possible she wanted to be part of my life, but something happened to her before she had the chance. Benezia never spoke of her partner. Whatever happened, it caused her too much pain to dwell on it. She raised me by herself, though that is not uncommon. Many Asari raise their children alone, particularly if the father species is short-lived. Often the partner will pass on long before the child reaches maturity.
Are Asaris just women? I'm curious about that.
You Asari live for 1,000 years. What happens when your partner dies?
Few sapient species live as long as my kind. We have learned to take a philosophical approach to our unions. We do not focus on the inevitable loss of our partners. Instead, we enjoy the time we spend with them. And even after they're gone, a part of them lives on in us. The union is a connection that transcends both time and space.
I should go.
Goodbye, Shepard.
Alrighty. I guess I can leave now. Let's see what's going on the other planets. Does anybody else have anything else to say though? No, that was added to the codex. Anything else? Oh wait, maybe Joker has something else to say.
I prefer gold to silver, you know, for my metal. I figured you'd recommend me for one since I, pulled your boots out of the fire.
If we present you with a medal, you'll end up sitting on stage listening to politicians make speeches for a couple of hours. Fun, fun.
That's a good point. They'd probably make me shave, too. I spent the last 7 weeks working on this baby. No medal's worth that. So, Commander, why don't you tell me why you're really here?
How's the Normandy performing? Is she everything they said she'd be?
She's the best ship in the fleet. If you've got a pilot who knows how to handle her. Balance isn't what you'd expect. Takes a while to get used to that oversized drive core we got stuffed in the back, and her power can sneak up on you if you're not careful. The Normandy's probably too much ship for your average Alliance pilot, Commander. Lucky for you, I'm anything but average.
I like to know my crew. Mind if I ask you a few questions?
I can see where this is going. You did a background check on me, didn't you? Well, I'll tell you the same thing I told the captain. You want me as your pilot. I'm not good. I'm not even great. I am the best damn helmsman in the Alliance fleet.
Okay, he says the same shit.
Top of my class in flight school, I earned that. All those commendations in my file, I earned every single one. Those weren't given to me as charity for my disease.
I'm gonna skip everything he says. The same shit. Okay,
what are you talking about?
You mean... Okay, even put the Normandy in my hands and I'll make her dance for you. Just don't ask me to get up and dance unless, you know, you like the sound of snapping shin bones.
I have to go.
Alright, see ya.
Does he say anything new?
Yes, Commander?
Carry on, Presley.
Yes, sir.
Oh shoot. I have it. Okay, did I see any other? Okay, did I read this? Harmony. Zagros. Okay, I don't remember if I read any of these planets, so I'm just gonna read it. Zagros is a terrestrial world with a nitrogen methane atmosphere containing trace amounts of hydrocarbons. Its rigid surface is mainly composed of water, ice, and hydrocarbon slush. Most of the surface is not solid enough to support the full weight of a landed ship. If approach is necessary, use shuttles to keep the ship's mass effective orbital period 33.9 Earth years, radius 4572 kilometers, day length 45.6 Earth hours, atmospheric pressure 0.40 Earth atmosphere, surface temperature negative 21 Celsius, surface gravity 0.4 G. R-chains. A small hydrogen helium glass giant, R-chains has been developed as a full-featured, if modest, stopover for ships hauling refined materials from therium. In addition to a powerful magnetic field to dump drive charge, R-chains has a largely automated infrastructure. Oh my god. Infrastructure of helium-3 refining and deuterium mining on its way many water ice moons. Some of these words, man. Orbital period 470.2 Earth years, radius 14,549 kilometers. Earth light day length 16.2 Earth hours. Gas deposit surveyed. Scans of this gas giant have detected a large concentration of nitrogen. I think I read that one. I read this one. Did I read this one too? I feel like I read this one already. Yeah, I did. Okay.
Commander, urgent message from Alliance Command coming in. I'll patch it through.
Shepard, this is Admiral Hackett from Alliance Command. We've got a situation here, and you're the only one that can handle it.
What do you need, Admiral?
There's an Alliance training ground where we test weapons and technology in live fire simulations. One of the VIs we use to simulate enemy tactics in the drills is no longer responding to our override commands. It's gone rogue.
Just tell me how to stop it, Admiral.
We need you to fight your way through the training ground to the VI core and manually disable it.
Don't worry, Admiral. I'll take that thing out.
I know Spectres answer the Council, but you're still human. You're still part of the Alliance military, and right now we need you. The VI controls all the facility's weapons, drones, and automated defenses. You're the only one that can pull this off, Shepard. Good luck.
I'm gonna read that after. I just want you to listen to that. Prolan is an enormous terrestrial planet, half again the size of Earth. Despite its thick atmosphere, the weak output of the red dwarf Maxedon leaves its surface biting cold. The crust is mainly composed of silica, but significant deposits of iron and other industrial metals are present. These low iodes may prove rich enough to be profitably mined, despite the heavy gravity. Orbital period 21.0 Earth years, radius 9,749 kilometers, day length 45.4 Earth hours. Atmospheric pressure 1.4 Earth atmospheres. Surface temperature negative 197 Celsius. Surface gravity 1.5 G. Matriarch's writings recovered. You were scanning the planet's Prolan when a strange signal came from orbit. Navigator Presley determined the signal was from an ancient beacon. Your salvage team thought the beacon aboard. Abroad or wait, it's aboard. Okay, I found one of Matriarch's Dillanaga's writings in its storage compartment. Jeez. Some of these words make me read worse than I actually do. Like, I don't read that bad. Hadavig is the second of the Magellan system's giant terrestrial planets, and by far the more interesting. Most of the surface is covered by a vast sea of liquid ammonia, in which a unique aquatic ammonia-based biosphere has developed. While the frozen continents are largely bereft of life, a rich bounty of complex organisms, many larger than a human, flourish in the chilly, toxic seas. While dreadfully inhospitable to humans, Hadavig is suitable for colonization by the Volus. Negotiations between the Systems Alliance and the Volus patrons, the Turian hierarchy have made good progress. Orbital distance 11.30 AW, however. Orbital period 69.8 Earth years, radius 10,529 kilometers, day length 30.4 Earth hours, atmospheric pressure 22.4 Earth atmosphere, surface temperature negative 130 Celsius, surface gravity 1.6 G. Fargaluz is a standard hydrogen-helium gas giant with an abundance of airborne hydrocarbons. Orbital period 111.7 Earth years, radius 40,394 kilometers, day length 19.1 Earth hours. Should I read? Alright, let's read this one. Warning, level 1 pressure hazard. Oh god. Shargila has a very dense atmosphere. Ammonia and oxygen. Its temperature surface is mainly composed of alumina with deposits of sulfur. Oils in the system have recently logged a number of unregistered vessels operating nearby. Shargila has an extensive silicone-based oxygen-breathing ecology. Heavily populated areas are covered with fine silica. Silicon dioxide dust, the respiratory byproduct of the world's higher animal forms. High-speed surface winds, often laden with an abrasive silica dust, present a hazard in areas where the wind deposits a great deal of silica. Footing can be treacherous. Ewas are discouraged. Orbital period 1.0 Earth years. Radius 56,900. No, wait, sorry. 5,693 kilometers. Day length 40.6 Earth hours. Atmospheric pressure 39.16 Earth atmosphere. Surface temperature 25 Celsius. Surface gravity 0.9. Okay, let's enter. I don't think it's good to probably leave the, whatchamacallit, sub the aura. Tally. I'm not gonna leave the truck thing. Oh my god, this planet has grass. Just journeying on these random planets are very interesting.
Heading to position.
Alright, let's get back in here because that's a hazard. There you go. Sorry guys, I'm tired. I got the COVID vaccine on Friday and I'm a little like tired from it, but I'm way better than I was yesterday. Okay. What's that? Oh, Jesus Christ. Alright, you gotta bring my barrier down, dude. There you go. Okay, does that... Okay. I can't stay down here. I can't stay in this for too long.
Go, go, go! Why you? Shield disabled.
Shield's disabled.
Watch out!
You must die!
What happened? Dead. Headshot. Headshot again. Okay, why do you do that? Headshot again. Oh shit. There we go.
Think we got him, Commander.
Yes, we did. Ready? X, triangle, X. Try to remember how to run again. I'll check it out after. Sometimes you just forget. It's too low. Harden hold on. Decryption. Maybe I can level. Oops. Oops, I did it again. Yeah, I'm gonna do the first aid more. Okay, lift, warp. Just whatever around him. It's okay. They'll level up. That's how I see it. Oh, that's for the door. Oh, what's this? Let's check the desk. You discover evidence that the Asari leading these slavers and Nasana Dantius, an important ambassador on the Citadel, are sisters. You should return to Presidium and confront Nasana with this. Huh.
Ready.
You lead, I'll follow.
Excuse me. This place is so quiet. Makes me want to whisper. I don't want to disrupt the silence. Alright. Okay, why is there another... Is there something else in there that I'm not aware of?
Heading out.
I'll check again then. So it makes sense to me. Okay, I'll do one more look. Maybe I didn't look properly. Maybe there's something in here. Okay, I'm gonna do one more search around here. Just because I want to double check if I'm missing anything, because I see a quest marker and it's driving me nuts. Oh, that's how you run. Okay. Okay, if I have to come back here, I have to come back here, because I don't understand what's going on, but... Maybe it has to do with that computer thing that I have to deal with. Alright, so let me check the map again. I'm gonna go here and check what is over here. Jeez. I'm just taking that off because there we go. Rare element surveyed. You have successfully surveyed a large deposit of thorium. That's good on this ship because it's very hazardous here. God, this is probably like the rest of the planets in the universe. You can't even fucking like live on half of them. What's this? Matriarch's writings recovered. It's not clear who lived here, but appears to have been abandoned for some time. The container in the tent held, among other things, one of the matriarch's, Villanaga's, writings. I could probably head back to this, I could leave this planet probably now. That's what I wanted to say. I was gonna say like system. Oh. Oh my god, you can't even go up there. But you can go up, like, other places. Oh shoot. Rare elements surveyed. You have successfully surveyed a large deposit of uranium. Okay, I don't want to spend too much time out here. Okay, I think I'm ready to leave. Let me look around a little more.
You need to turn back, Commander. You're going beyond the range of the operational area.
Oh, there's something else over here?
Redeploying.
Light metals surveyed. You have successfully surveyed a large deposit of magnesium. Where am I on the map? I think it's time to leave, but I still want to look a little bit. No, let's return to Normandy. Galaxy map. Did I check Sparta? Let me just look. Yeah, these are very familiar planets. I feel like I read them already. Okay. Check Athens. No, it'll go to another system. Scans of the planet Pharaohs revealed an abandoned base on its moon. The recon team found nothing of interest, but much of the debris was marked by a magnet colony signal. I feel like I read these, but did I really? Okay, I'm gonna read it anyway. Hold on, let me just check all of them. Okay, I know if I'm surveying them, it means I didn't read any of them. Gas deposit surveyed. While scanning this gas giant, you detected a large concentration of helium. Okay, I'll read it anyway, just cause. Distant Pharaohs has seen only cursory examinations by an unnamed probe. It has a trace atmosphere of nitrogen and argon. Its surface is mainly composed of tin with deposits of carbon. Deeper craters have been partly filled by ice, suggesting there may be significant amount of water locked up beneath its frozen surface. A large ice-bright crater in the southern hemisphere makes the planet visible from the inner system, leading to the planet's name. Orbital period 275.4 Earth years. Radius 7,623 kilometers. Day length 47.4 Earth hours. Atmospheric pressure 0.4 Earth atmospheres. Surface temperature negative 176 Celsius. Surface gravity 0.90. Nausicaa. Traces of sodium in the atmosphere gives Nausicaa its overall dark gray color, but it is otherwise a typical hydrogen-helium gas giant. An abundance of water vapor in the upper atmosphere account for its white clouds. Orbital period 57.6 Earth years. Radius 59,729 kilometers. Day length 14.0 Earth hours. Cirque, or I'm sure that's how you pronounce it, or Circe. Circe is a modestly sized hydrogen-helium gas giant with traces of sulfur and chlorine. These give it its striking yellow-green tint. As the development of the protist colony continues, Circe will likely be developed for helium-3 mining. Orbital period 141.9 Earth years. Radius 22,479 kilometers. Day length 10.9 Earth hours. Like the Hanar homeworld, Protus has more than 90% oceanic cover. The incredible heat thrown off from Athens raises global humidity to 100%. Creates constant cloud cover and powers colossal typhoons that rage across the surface year-round. Hot, humid, and storm rock Proteus, rare combination of oxygen, nitrogen, atmosphere, and carbon-based biosphere, nevertheless recommended it for colonization. A pilot program is studying the possibility of colonies below the ocean surface, safe from the worst effects of the weather. Colony founded in 2179, population 12,470. Capital Ithaca. Orbital period 4.9 Earth years. Radius 10,210 kilometers. Day length 51.4 Earth hours. Atmospheric pressure 1.29 Earth atmospheres. Surface temperature 34 Celsius. Surface gravity 1.3 G. Salamis. The geological properties of Salamis have been scanned for orbit, but little less is known about it. Due to its thick carbon dioxide atmosphere and proximity to the energetic star Athens, the equatorial daytime temperatures have been known to turn the surface molten. The crust is composed of iron with deposits of platinum group metals. Orbital period 0.4 Earth years. Radius 6,894 kilometers. Day length 58.6 Earth hours. Atmospheric pressure 1.40 Earth atmosphere. Surface temperature 520 Celsius. Surface gravity 1.3 G. Okay. Check that one. Check that one. There's so many. What's local cluster? So, is that ours? Oh god, it's ours. That's beautiful. Pluto. Pluto is one of Sol's numerous ice dwarf worlds. It is mainly of note for being the gravitational anchor for the Prothean mass relay to Arcturus. Pluto and the Charon relay, formerly encased in ice and considered a moon, orbit each other. Pluto's orbit was circular rise in 2157 as a side effect of the Sharon Mass Relay Recovery Operations. Population Gateway Station 9,300. Orbital distance 39.50. Orbital period 247.7 Earth years. Radius 1,151 kilometers. Day length 9.4 Earth hours. Atmospheric pressure trace. Surface temperature negative 229 Celsius. Surface gravity 0.06 G. Saturn has been a major source of helium-3, -3 fuel for fusion plants since 2150. The moon of Titan is mined for hydrocarbons and used as a hostile environment trading facility for Alliance Marines. Population: Orbital and Titan 117,000. Capital: Huygens Dome. Orbital distance 9.50. Orbital period 29.5 Earth years. Radius 60,268 kilometers. Day length 10.3 Earth hours. Wow, I'm really enjoying this. Just see your own planets here. Jupiter's deep gravity, well, and lethal radiation have kept its moons from being significantly exploited. The largest outpost is Bryony Helix Corporation, Nautilus facility attached to the underside of Eureka's ice sheet. Population: all moons 9,100. Orbital distance 5.20. Orbital period 11.7 Earth years. Radius 71,492 kilometers. Day length 9.93 Earth hours. Though Neptune, like Uranus, has plentiful helium, its remoteness made it an unpromising target for mining before development mass effect drive, with Uranus cheaper to exploit. Has never seen extensive development. The only permanent human presence is a small research facility on Triton. Population: Triton 70. Orbital distance 29.10. Orbital period 164.8 Earth years. Radius 24,764 kilometers. Day length 16.1 Earth hours. Uranus. After the development of Mass Effect FTL drive, distant Uranus was the target of a land rush to exploit its combination of plentiful helium, -3 fuel, and shallow for gas-driven gravity. While today Uranus is the largest producer of EHE-3 in Alliance space. Population 371,000. Capital: Sakharov Station. Orbital distance 19.20. Orbital period 121.1 Earth years. Radius 25,559 kilometers. Day length 17.3 Earth hours. Mars. Once considered a prospect for terraforming and colonization, the discovery of faster than light travel turned Mars into a quiet backwater. Its southern pole is a historical preserve centered on the Promethean ruins found there. Immigration and development are restricted as the search for Promethean artifacts continues. Colony founded in 2,103. Population 30.4 million. Wow. Capital: Lowell City. Orbital distance 1.52. Orbital period 1.88 Earth years. Radius 3,402 kilometers. Day length 24.6 Earth hours. Atmospheric pressure 0.06 Earth atmospheres. Surface temperature -138 Celsius. Surface gravity 0.38 G. Venus. With its molten temperatures, sulfuric acid clouds, and crushing carbon dioxide atmosphere, Venus has only a handful of aerostat research outposts, population 8,000, orbital distance 0.720, orbital period 224.7 Earth days, radius 6,052 kilometers, day length 243 Earth days, atmospheric pressure 90 Earth atmosphere, surface temperature 465 Celsius, surface gravity 0.888 G. Okay, I checked all of the planets so far. Just save Earth for last. A handful of solar power stations exist on peaks of eternal light at the north and south poles of Mercury. The difficulties imposed by the planet's proximity to the Sun and high orbital velocity have limited development. Population 340, orbital distance 0.390, orbital period 88 Earth days, radius 2,440 kilometers, day length 58.7 Earth days, atmospheric pressure trace, surface temperature 430 Celsius, surface gravity 0.38 G. For detailed information, please refer to the Standard Issue Alliance Galactic Code. Earth orbit is riddled with debris generated by bootstrap space development. Use of kinetic barriers is recommended at altitudes over 85 kilometers. Population service 11.4 billion. Population L4 and L5 stations 250,000. Orbital distance 10, orbital period 1 Earth years, radius 6,378 kilometers, day length 23.9 Earth hours, atmospheric pressure 1 Earth atmospheres, surface temperature 23 Celsius. Oh god, Pluto's all by itself over here. Citadel's over here. Exodus cluster, I checked that already. I'm just gonna check these planets again, there's so many. Okay, I already checked these. Okay. Okay, so let's cancel. Let me make note of this. Exodus cluster, I've already checked. Okay, Horsehead Nebula. Check the planets first. Prague. It's a large rock planet with an atmosphere composed of nitrogen and argon. Despite lying over 600 O from Ming, its surface is scorching hot and mainly composed of alumina with deposits of silver due to the radiation and heat. Landing on Prague's sunward side with anything less than warship-grade shielding will likely be fatal. Prague rotates at a retrograde to the rest of the Ming system, indicating it's likely a captured body. Orbital period 1930.3 Earth years. Radius 7,979 kilometers. Day length 22.4 Earth hours. Atmospheric pressure 1.58 Earth atmospheres. Surface temperature 1,117 Celsius. Surface gravity 2.0 G. Survey. Light metal surveyed. Scans from planet Prague have revealed a large deposit of titanium. Alton Arch is a small but typical hydrogen-helium gas giant with no outstanding features. Its combination of strong magnetic field and relatively shallow gravity will make it a popular stopover world for discharging FTL drive cores. Orbital period 4,005.7 Earth years. Radius 32,605 kilometers. Day length 16.3 Earth hours. Let's survey this planet. Medallion recovered. Scanning Aldnorch revealed something of interest in a debris field. Joker brought the Normandy in close and small team was able to retrieve some valuable detritus, including the League of One medallion. Antiroporus is a hydrogen-helium gas giant that formed in the outer regions of Ming system and is in the process of migrating inwards. In a few million years, the planet's atmosphere will begin to boil away into space. There is a sizable temperature difference between the side of Antiroporus. No idea how to pronounce some of these things. Facing the energetic blue giant primary and the side facing the cold of deep space. The variance powers massive cyclonic wind systems. The intense heat is absorbed from the sun in addition to its own internal heat engine, causes the planet's dark side to radiate faintly in the infrared. Orbital period 284.2 Earth years. Radius 57,948 kilometers. Day length 10.8 Earth hours. Okay, what's this? I'm curious what this is. Oh, it's a ship. The Worthington is a Kowloon class modular conveyor of human design, configured in mixed freight and passenger hauling. The ship appears to be in a shutdown state. The main thrusters are cooled and is a drip off the orbit of Antiroporus. Registry, the Morrison Company, Shaxi. Wow, that was horribly read. Liara is good. Let's go with these guys in.
Looks like this vessel was abandoned.
Most of the systems seem to be disabled. Only basic life support appears to be functioning.
Is this really straightforward or what? Oh, there's something over here.
What was that? Is there someone else on this ship?
Oh god. check it.
Somebody set that trap. The whole place could be wired.
Oh, Jesus Christ, man. Okay. Bruh. Okay, so man, these tour guys, man. Oh, there's a person here. What's going on?
Jacob's not going to make it. His brain was deprived of oxygen for too long. There's nothing any of us can do for him now except let him die with dignity. It's what he would want. I'm more worried about Julia now. She's showing signs of severe depression. I gave her some meds that should help, but I better warn the captain.
Okay, wait. There was just something that indicated that we're... Oh.
Looks like that machine is keeping him alive.
I do not see any brain activity on the readouts. He is dead. This body is just an empty shell.
Maybe we should shut the machine down. It's the merciful thing to do.
It is your decision, Shepard. But perhaps we should wait until we have more information before we do anything.
Yeah, that seems wise. I'll come back.
They say Jacob's gone. They say his brain isn't functioning anymore, and they want to shut off his machines. But Jacob's the only thing in the world that matters to me. I don't know how to help him, and it's tearing me up inside. I just feel so helpless, so damn angry. Dr. Smith gave me some meds to calm down, but I didn't take them. I can't. Not until I figure out a way to help Jacob. I won't give up on him. I won't!
Okay, it's better to just leave the machine on then. Seems like the right thing to do if I'm going to be completely honest.
Jacob is showing no signs of brain activity. There's nothing more we can do for him. He wouldn't want to be kept alive by machines, so we're going to disconnect the life support. Dr. Smith is worried about Julia's reaction, though. She can't seem to let Jacob go. The stress is making her implants flare up, causing intense migraines. It'll probably be easier for everyone if we don't tell her until after we shut the life support down. Give her a chance to... Julia, what are you doing here? Why are you...
Oh god. Oh. killer. What is the right thing to do? You know, I'm actually going to look this up because I'm not exactly sure what to do. Honestly, I'll just leave it on because I really don't want to make that choice. I'll leave it on. I can't talk to any of these guys? Oh. Oh, that's dealt with. gonna save other planets for later. I'm gonna do one more and then move on to the real stuff that I want to do. Sibia is a standard Neptune-type gas giant. The upper cloud decks of its hydrogen-helium atmosphere thin. No, atmosphere tinted a dramatic blue by traces of methane. Orbital period 162.1 Earth years, radius 45,145 kilometers, day length 12.8 Earth hours. Survey. Gas deposit surveyed. Scans from orbit have detected a large concentration of helium. -3, whatever. Varmalus has a thick atmosphere of nitrogen and helium. Its surface is scorching hot and mainly composed of alumina with deposits of borax. The planet has an extensive network of subterranean caves formed over the millennia by volcanic processes. In these relatively cool areas, some primitive life has developed. Orbital period 0.4 Earth years, radius 9,593 kilometers, day length 19.4 Earth hours, atmospheric pressure 1.3 Earth atmosphere, surface temperature 503 Celsius, surface gravity 1.2 G. Cadrum is a small rocky world with trace atmosphere of methane and krypton. Its surface is mainly composed of magnesium and silicates with deposits of carbon. Cadrum was the site of the warlord Shiagar defeat by the Taurian peacekeeping forces during the Krogan rebellions. While this band was not especially powerful, Shiagar was a female warlord and one of the few remaining fertile females at that. She had, through viciousness and cunning, parlayed her unique value into a position of power. Krogan males competed for the right to join her band and lie with her. When Shiagar's death was announced, vengeful male Krogan admirers near the Anfar swore blood oaths against the participating Taurian crews. In the end, several thousands of Taurian participants were killed in open combat or through assassination. To this day, many Krogan proudly proclaim that they have the blood of Shiagar. Orbital period 67.3 Earth years, radius 5,220 kilometers, day length 32.5 Earth hours. Atmospheric pressure 0.07 Earth atmosphere, surface temperature -132 Celsius, surface gravity 0.55 G. Survey. Taurian insignia recovered. Scans of the planet Cadmium revealed dangerous levels of radiation coming from orbit. Chief Engineer Adams conducted further scans and discovered the remains of an ancient warhead marked with a Parthias colony insignia. I'm sure that's how you pronounce it.
Message coming in. Patching it through.
General distress call from the Sacred Angel Medical Transport. Critical system failure. Losing power. Emergency landing. Argos. Communications failing. Life support and emergency transponder. Won't last. Please hurry.
Ooh. Level 2 heat hazard. Matagos is a large terrestrial planet with an atmosphere of carbon dioxide and nitrogen. Its hot surface is mainly composed of nickel with deposits of potassium and heavy metals. It is a mineralogical treasure trove with concentrated heavy elements constantly being brought to the surface by volcanic activity.
Patagos is hostile and dangerous, and expeditions must be well prepared to survive any length of time. With its high mass, heat-trapping clouds, and constant volcanic venting, Medco seems well on its way to becoming a Venusian pressure cooker world. Orbital period 2.8 Earth years, radius 77,301 kilometers, day length 47.2 Earth hours, atmospheric pressure 1.00 Earth atmospheres, surface temperatures 169 Celsius, surface gravity 1.1 G. Let's check out this planet. Alright. Let's change it up a bit. Okay. Fine, you don't want to go up there, right? But I'd rather not leave because... Wow, this is really stubborn. I just don't want to take a risk leaving. Oh, that's quick. There we go. Rare elements surveyed. You have successfully surveyed a large deposit of thorium. Okay, let's get back in there. Move, move, move.
There's the downship. This must be the place.
Careful, Commander. Geth. It's a trap! That blew up.
Oh my god, there's so many planets to explore in this game. I might take a little break and continue the rest tomorrow for this chapter. I might. It's kind of getting late. I'll try to do the rest in the morning before I go to work. Because there's still a little bit more I want to do for this chapter, but I kind of just want to like sleep. So let's see. Torian insignia recovered. While searching the wreckage, you found a very old letter stamped with the Gothis quality insignia. Unfortunately, the text is indecipherable. Let's get back in here. There's something else I wanted to check. I'm exploring bits by bits right now. Later on, I'll do a thorough check on all of them. For right now, I just want to like do at least one main mission for this part. So I'm just checking whatever planets in the system, and then I'm gonna go check other places. There we go. Okay, here because I can't survive. Alright, I'll come back here. There we go. DR is a large gas giant with traces of chlorine and sodium in its atmosphere. It also has a significant amount of water vapor in the clouds of its upper atmosphere. Thayer was struck by an asteroid at least 12 kilometers in diameter, which the last 100 years, the superheating caused by the impact or atmospheric passage created a large bank of vicious storms along the equatorial band. Orbital period 12.8 Earth years, radius 60,774 kilometers, day length 11.8 Earth hours. Okay, I checked every planet in the system. Yeah, okay. Yeah, check this one already. another one to look at. I'm checking bits by bits every time, just like I do with the codex, because I'd rather not be left with them at the end, you know? Another planet to land on? What is this? You gonna make me land on every planet now? Tanto is an enormous low-density terrestrial planet with a thick atmosphere of methane and helium. Despite being nearly 20O from Phoenix, the star's great heat and the salty thickness of the atmosphere make the surface surprisingly temperate. Their crust is mainly composed of sodium and silicon dioxide, with deposits of various light metals. While Tanto is not habitable, the relative pleasantness of the surface conditions make a popular location for small ships traveling through the Argus Rail cluster to land for drive discharge. Orbital period 63.8 Earth years, radius 11,867 kilometers, day length 69.7 Earth hours, atmospheric pressure 3.12 Earth atmospheres, surface temperature 21 Celsius, surface gravity 1.1 G. Let's check this planet out. Might as well. I'll use Ashley and Kaden again. Middle of exploration 2. See, I'm getting trophies for exploring planets, so at least it's worth it. See the map. Jeez, man. Gotta really... I gotta clean it. Oh, is there like something bad going on here? Curious what's going on in here.
To me! rally round.
Okay, now I remember how to do it.
Incoming! Commander!
Jeez. Yeah, I'm gonna come back to this planet because these guys are like a real piece of work, and I already tried twice and it was just not cutting it. So I'll level up a bit and then I'll come back. So let's come back. Atashi is a sun-blasted terrestrial world whose atmosphere was blasted away millennia ago by the star Phoenix. The surface is scorching hot and mainly composed of iron with deposits of tin. Due to its relatively low density, Atashi is tidally locked to Phoenix. Seas of molten light metals cover much of the sunward side. Orbital period 0.3 Earth years, radius 7,082 kilometers, day length 0.3 Earth years, atmospheric pressure 0.00 Earth atmosphere, surface temperature 546 Celsius. God damn, that's hot. Surface gravity 0.75 G. Rare elements surveyed. While scanning the planet, you detected a deposit of samarium. Carbonacus asteroid. The asteroid is emitting a weak emitted signal at a frequency of 1,540 MHz at radius 71 kilometers. Promethean data disk recovered. During a scan of the Phoenix system asteroid field, you detected an odd energy reading that Tally determined was Quarian in nature. She led a beacon team into the asteroid field where she discovered an abandoned freighter. The team could not determine why the ship was there, but they did find a Promethean data disk on board. Ravenok is a small terrestrial world with a thin atmosphere of krypton and xenon. Its frozen surface is mainly composed of carbonaceous material, water, ice, and low-density silicates. Rare but concentrated ions of light metal have been deposited by asteroid impacts. One hemisphere of Ravenok is covered by a surface deposit of oxidized copper. Approximately 270 years ago, a Turian bulk gas transport was attacked by pirates in the Phoenix system. Damage and made a rough landing on Ravenok. The heat of the landing melted significant quantities of surface ice and ruptured shipping containers spilled locks across the surface before this evaporated and escaped Ravenok's weak gravity. It reacted to cause the widespread rust. Orbital period 94.5 Earth years. Radius 3,379 kilometers, day length 68.3 Earth hours. Atmospheric pressure 0.27 at Earth atmospheres. Surface temperature negative 154 Celsius. Surface gravity 0.28 G. Survey. Light metal survey scans from orbit have detected a deposit of cobalt. Okay, one more. Silicis Auto is a standard hydrogen-helium gas giant. It has no remarkable features. Wow, okay. Orbital period 36.0 Earth years. Radius 56,621 kilometers. Day length 13.6 Earth hours. Okay, let's go to Novoria. Shrouded by a thick atmosphere of complex hydrocarbons, Yanthori has never been fully mapped. The surface is hot and completely covered by a global ocean of liquid hydrocarbons. There are indications of primitive organic life developing deep within the global oceans. Orbital period 5.8 Earth years, radius 15,905 kilometers, day length 55.2 Earth hours, atmospheric pressure 2.1 Earth atmospheres. Surface temperature 68 Celsius. Surface gravity 0.8 G. Medallion recovered. Your scanner uncovered an ancient deep space probe slowly orbiting Yanthori. Tally brought it on board, dismantled it, and found a League of One medallion hidden as payload. Ooh, I can't land there yet. Okay, this is probably going to be for later. Selwyn has a thin atmosphere of carbon dioxide and ethane. The surface is frozen, mainly composed of cobalt, with deposits of copper. Planet-side conditions are hazardous, with constant ice storms rocking the surface. Orbital period 97.3 Earth years. Radius 5,756 kilometers. Day length 21.8 Earth hours. Atmospheric pressure 0.79 Earth atmosphere. Surface temperature negative 131 Celsius. Surface gravity 0.8 G. Antitara is a standard hydrogen-helium gas giant with traces of ammonia. Hydrocarbons in the atmosphere lend a distinct brown tint. Orbital period 52.0 Earth years. Radius 35,417 kilometers. Day length 14.7 Earth hours. Gas deposit survey scans from orbit have detected a large concentration of helium-3. Trellin is a lifeless rock with a trace atmosphere of xenon and krypton. Its surface contains a large amounts of iron and magnesium silicates. Due to heavily crafted terrain, starships are discouraged from landing. A Solarian religious cult claims that a certain pattern of overlapping craters in the southern atmosphere resembles their goddess. Orbital period 74.9 Earth years. Radius 1163 kilometers. Day length 36.7 Earth hours. Atmospheric pressure 0.00 Earth atmospheres. Surface temperature negative 147 Celsius. Surface gravity 0.1 G. standard hydrogen helium gas giant. Thessalogone. Atmosphere is tinted blue by trace quantities of methane. Orbital period 173.4 Earth years. Radius 53,523 kilometers. Day length 15.5 Earth hours. Okay, let me check where I need to actually go first. Because I did Liara in order too, so I want to check. Alright, so I'm gonna come back here. I'm gonna go to Pharaoh's now before I go to Nemoria. I'll do other planet searching in the next part. Just to save my sake and the video's sake for like too much reading. Quanta's frozen surface is rich with heavy metals, and the planet's higher than average density suggests further mineral riches in the depths. The atmosphere is composed of nitrogen and carbon monoxide. The remains of a well-developed Promethean mining infrastructure dot the planet. Abandoned mines are connected to dead cities by collapsed maglev lines. Unlike the crumbling skyscrapers of Pharaoh's, Quanta's ruins are reasonably intact. Unfortunately, this only made it easier for looters to strip the silent necropole of anything valuable. Orbital period 9.0 Earth years. Radius 7,271 kilometers. Wow. Day length 67.8 Earth hours. Atmosphere pressure 0.91 Earth atmosphere. Surface temperature -141 Celsius. Surface gravity 1.2 G. Light metal survey scans of planet Quanta have revealed deposits of cobalt. Logan is a standard hydrogen helium gas giant. The survey team who charted the system 20 years ago reported many strange disturbances in Logan's cold cloud bands, suggesting many remarkably large solid objects were present beneath the cold tops. As the ship approaches, however, they subsided one by one. These disturbances have not been reported again. Orbital period 112.6 Earth years. Its radius 66,341 kilometers. Day length 18.6 Earth hours. Oh my god, leave me alone. Satao is shrouded by a high-pressure atmosphere composed of carbon dioxide and sulfuric acids. The surface is composed geologically young plains of volcanic basalts and rhyolites with high concentration of carbon and radioactivities. Satao is rapidly volcanic. A dozen supervolcanoes 50 to 120 kilometers wide are erupting across the planet. Satao's carbon content and constant volcanism make natural diamonds plentiful. It's extremely costly and dangerous to recover. Orbital period 1.1 Earth years. Radius 9,547 kilometers. Day length 32.2 Earth hours. Atmospheric pressure 94.51 Earth atmosphere. Surface temperature 343 Celsius. Surface gravity 1.7 G. Sharing as a standard hydrogen, helium, gas giant. The atmosphere contains traces of ammonia, methane, and surprisingly large amounts of water vapor, making the atmosphere a striking mix of browns, blues, and whites of showering 60-odd moons. Two have diameters of over 3,000 kilometers. Both have signs of former Promethean development, suggesting sharing may have been mined for helium. -3. Orbital period 46.6 Earth hours. Radius 55,721 kilometers. Day length 14.6 Earth hours. Oh my god. I'm almost done reading. Promethean data disk recovered. The planet showering displayed some strange readings while being scanned. She's engineer atoms to avoid the source and located a strange object. Tally and atoms routed on board and spent hours taking a